What's up, guys? MMA Game here, bringing you another video. This video is going to be some online championships, and this is actually for the championship title. We both have the championship shorts, so what that means is whoever loses actually has to lose their title. This is a really cool feature I like in the game, how two champions can actually fight each other. It raises the stakes, and you know, whenever you see another champion, if you guys are a champion too, you know that it's going to be a little bit more challenging, because it is true that the champions, they are, I noticed that they're quite a bit better than just the other players. So that's something cool that I really like that's in the game. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about that too. But in this video, I am Edson Barbosa. My opponent is Khabib. And this is a very competitive fight. It is a very strategic fight. And there's high-level type of mind games going on. But basically, as you can see right here, he goes, my opponent this whole match was basically going for the grapple strategy, going for the clinch. He wants to get the fight in that area. He wants it close quarters, grappling. Like, he only wants to really deal with, look at it, he lands a huge slam on me right there from double underhooks. You got to be really careful of that slam, because it's actually really tough to deny that. But he's able to get to mount, but I'm able to transition out. I'm doing good surviving on the ground here. If you notice, what I'm doing is I'm keeping my stamina high. It's something that I didn't do as much of when the game first came out. I didn't keep an eye on my stamina on the ground that much. But now I've been really keeping an eye on the stamina, and also in my head I'm sort of keeping track of the grapple advantage. Now the grapple advantage is just like, if you strike them, then you're going to give yourself a little bit of advantage with the transition and make it go faster. So you know kind of when to not go for certain transitions, and then you learn to when to go for them to kind of get a little quicker, make it tougher, like with your timing and stuff. Because if you go for a transition right after he knees you, like in one of these, he hits me with another slam right there, but the same one too. And at this point in the fight, I'm like, man, this guy is going to be tough to handle. You know, I know at this point in the fight, basically in my head, I'm thinking, I got to stay off the ground with this guy. He has the advantage, and it goes back to one of my other videos. I think it was how to win more. It's basically, this is in that first round. You're sort of analyzing your opponent's skills, basically. You're sort of saying, okay, well, he obviously doesn't really want to stand. He just wants to clinch and just wants to take the fight to the ground. So, you know, so that kind of infers that his weakness, if that's where he wants to take the fight, then that sort of implies that his weakness is probably going to be in the stand-up. And I can tell that, too, with how much he backs up, but he does get another single collar clinch. This fight might actually have been before the patch. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is before the patch. It's kind of an old fight, but you know, I wasn't as good on the ground too in this fight. I'm a lot better on the ground now. I've been practicing, especially leading up to that new live event championship series game mode that's coming out. So you gotta really practice for that. I'm trying to get that trip to Vegas, so yeah, I've been practicing my ground game. I know that it is, you know, one of my weaker points definitely is my ground game and grappling, but I think that's kind of everyone's weak point. I mean, I know there is some hardcore grapplers where that's actually not, and some guys just aren't as good with you know, the stand up, but with me, it definitely is just understanding the clinch and the ground. It takes time to really get it, and you got to really play it. Because with me, I don't get as much enjoyment out of playing that, so I don't get as much practice on it. Because usually whenever I play, I just want to strike, strike, strike. But, you know, he's got me in the clinch here. And main thing here is you just want to not spaz out. You want to keep your cool. And the good thing about this fight, too, is with that first round, I definitely lost the first round, but with it being a championship fight, so there's 5 rounds, I have way more time to work and way more time to conserve your stamina. Even though if you notice, his stamina is actually pretty much higher than mine. He's doing a very good job of conserving his stamina, and that's one of the things that the grappler guys really keep an eye on, and they really try to avoid shots. But look at that leg kick, dropped him right there. That was a pretty crazy, funny animation, actually. I think they even show a replay of that. But so yeah, this guy, you know, if you look at him in his stand-up, look at him. He's really not. You can just tell that he's just like not gonna throw anything just by the way he's moving back. Like, he just doesn't go. Look at that. He just legitimately does not go for strikes. He just comes in and he goes for the clinch. And look at that. He gets the takedown. So, you know, obviously, when you have Khabib, you can do this strategy. And I don't really mind it. I don't mind. I consider it a challenge. When I do come into these grappler dudes, to me, I like it because it's a good challenge for me. I know that even if I don't have a good fighter on the ground, I'm going to get some good practice because, you know, so either way, win or lose, it's a win-win really, because I view it as you're going to learn either way. So sometimes, look, if you have Edson Barbosa, you're not the best with him, or you're not the best on the ground, boom, another slam right there. So he's just throwing me around. I think he's even winning the second round, in my opinion. I mean, it's tough to score a lot of the time when the fight is in the clinch. I really don't know who's winning. I don't know if, you know, because if it's in single collar, I know if it's in Muay Thai clinch, then, you know, the one guy's winning. But it's tough to think of who's winning or how much that actually counts when you land those strikes from the clinch. Let me know if you guys know anything about that, how that actually works on the judges' scorecard, because I really don't know. From my experience, it really doesn't count too much. It really doesn't seem like it scores for very much, even if you sort of dominate someone. To me, in my experience, it doesn't seem like it does too much, but I might be wrong. But just let me know if you guys know anything about that in the comments. But you can definitely see, third round here, Khabib has way higher stamina than me. So I know at this point, it's like, basically, I've completely analyzed him at this point. Like, in my head, I know what I need to do to beat this guy, and so I'm just thinking, like, you know, I gotta get this stand-up going. I gotta finish this dude because, and also I know my stamina is gonna get lower. I just know that he doesn't want to stand, so I really need to be aggressive and start getting way more aggressive with him, and that's what I'm starting to do right there. I rock him with that leg kick. It's really all it takes with Barbosa is getting one of those good leg kicks, and it just drastically changes the fight. Look at the amount of damage I was able to do in an extremely short period of time. And now his stamina is low, his head's hurt, his legs hurt, and this is why you have to be well-rounded, even when you're a grappler like this, because you need to know how to defend yourself with these strikes, because look at the speed, how much damage. See, this game is different than the last game. The last game in the stand-up, you really couldn't get a lot of damage done. It was really sort of not fair for a lot of the strikers because they weren't able to get damage. But look at that. I get to that back position, and I actually finish him right there. So that was all set up from the stand-up. And I was able to sprawl on one of his shots and get the finish right there with those ground and pound shots. Those ground and pound shots are deadly. I haven't mastered the timing or anything. I sort of just got lucky on that. He had low stamina and just he went for the wrong transition at the wrong time, so I was able to get it. That is the fight, guys. Hope you enjoyed that competitive match. If you guys want to see more competitive fights like this where I break down what I'm thinking, let me know that in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Follow me on Twitch TV and Twitter. Till next time, this has been MMA Game. Peace.